my God, it's time for another episode of Just Saying with Justin Martindale. I am Justin Martindale, and what a week it has been. And who better than to discuss all the hot topics and all the hot goss than comedian, artist, animal lover, entrepreneur,
Waffle House server, Sarah Hyland. Welcome. Thank you, Justin.
I mean, we go way back.
We do.
And it's so crazy because we have just reconnected.
Yeah.
In the last couple of months, I guess.
Ish, yeah.
Because I thought you vanished.
I thought, well, I did. It's a gift.
Really?
I do. I'm a vanisher. I know. Anybody at the comedy store is always like, where did you
Where'd you go,
girl? Yeah, I love the vanish trick. I do that. I know. It's really funny. And it's not directly to my face, but it's like Jen, my wife, will be here and she's like, yeah, I saw so-and-so. And they're very interested to see how you handle your new, presence here. You're because you always disappear.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, because I started here back in 2008, I believe. Yeah. It was me, you, and Fortune.
Yeah.
And who else?
Oh my God. Well, Tommy was the manager, so I'm trying to think who else. Well, Eleanor Kerrigan.
Eleanor was there. I want to say Jerome Cleary ran shows here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then even Tammy Jo, Kathy Lewis. So it was the old school crew, and we would do shows up in the belly room.
Yeah.
And I just remember always thinking you were so funny.
Thanks.
And then COVID hit and you disappeared. No, and then it was you were here and then you just
16 years later.
Yeah, you went away. It was very strange.
I know. And I'm like, how deep do we want to go into that? But Kathy Lewis, who you just mentioned, was oh my God, that's how the first time I ever performed in the belly room was through their show.
Oh, really?
Do you remember that?
What, the show?
Yeah, they used to run, okay.
Go in.
They used to run, okay. So, when I first started doing stand-up here, right, a friend of mine, because I was I don't know what to do, I don't even know how to do that, and because I did improv. I was at Second City. I did Second City in Chicago and Second City here, and I'd always been a sketch person, even though, I'd worked around a lot of stand-up comics, Doug Stanhope is the reason why I came to LA. It's I was around it. I worked at Zany's Comedy Club in Chicago. But so I got here, I was like, okay, I want to try it. And it was so long ago that he was like, well, there's a newspaper called Backstage West.
Backstage West.
And when they used to have newspaper stands.
Yes, you would have to go.
Remember, the LA bodega.
Why are we ancient? We had to go to newspaper stands.
It's vintage.
It's right. Vintage. And there was the East one and the West one. Yes. New York and Hollywood.
I'm so sweaty. Is it 100 in here? So
it's 109 degrees in here.
Wonderful. Apparently by this podcast thus far, it's menopause.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, so anyway, it's when there was little LA bodegas. And so he was go pick up a Backstage West. Literally. And he's they should have auditions in there for just casting calls, see what's out there. And so his name was Tom Booker, and he was a teacher of mine at Second City. So I did, and in the classified.
Oh God, what was in it?
It was Kathy's show, which was in the belly room.
Wow.
And auditions, they auditioned, John, they auditioned for a bringer show. Which I didn't even. Literally, they said you had to bring your headshot.
Oh, the glamour.
Get somebody. Guys should have just walked off a bridge then.
Yeah.
They said bring your headshot. I'm sweating. And it was at a coffee shop. It was right across from Air One on Beverly. It was a coffee shop, not the fancy one it is now. It was Buzz Coffee. Dirt. You know what I mean? And so
mud, just mud grounds. Yeah. Yeah.
So they're bring your headshot. Audition is this time, right? So I show up with my headshot.
Black and white or color?
I want to say it was color.
Okay.
I do want to say it was color, that I was wearing a smart blazer.
Was the face stern? Like, I want to sell your house?
Very realtorish, but I do remember a slight...
Oh, like
a...
She may be no nonsense after all. Yeah.
Yeah, and my hair was scrunched into the side, and you give one big puff with a spray, like with the spray, so it does like little waterfall. That literally, and like a black smart mock turtleneck underneath. Ooh. So
serious yet fun and zany.
Yeah.
Not like the club in Chicago. Actually, like zany with an EY or a Y.
Yes, it's the headshot that got me booked on a Carnival Cruise Line commercial. So I don't want to brag into this mic. Should I do it into that mic?
And had you not gone to that newspaper bodega?
No, but here's what's horrible. It gets worse.
Oh, good.
My eye keeps pulsating. No, it does. It's great. Anyway, so I go to this audition, and like there's a bunch of like new comics sitting around this coffee shop. It's broad daylight. It's 2 p.m. Like it's not dark. It's not like
it's morning time for comics.
It's literally, well, they did it in a time where nobody was there getting coffee. Like it's like a kind of a dull time. So here's all of us coming into audition from the backstage classified ad. Kill me. And so the stage was just a raised, like a raised platform, like a...
Wait, hold on. I'm just putting the pieces together.
For it.
You auditioned
for a bringer
show at 2 o'clock in the afternoon at a coffee shop? Oh my...
Can you please...
This makes sense. I feel like I can connect to this.
Target my forehead.
Yeah.
And put a knife through it. Like, so and by the way, we had like 2 or 3 minutes to do this. 2 or 3 minutes. I had never done stand-up in my life. Like, and they were there. Everybody put their headshots on one of those like circular tables. Right? Everybody has unpaid, by the way. And not only that,
still is.
I like am paying them. You know what I'm saying? So lo and behold, I got passed.
You got passed at Buzz's coffee shop? Congratulations. Wow, on the spot.
I got on the spot. I got passed at Buzz Coffee, and I did a bringer show. It was a packed house. I brought like 17 people. I did 2 minutes, and Kathy did 28 hours.
You won't see my pussy.
We were like, what?
Come on over. I want to show you my pussy.
Not a power
voice. Yeah. Yeah. Let it come back. It's okay. You see? I think you went away to get severed.
I did.
And then I just brought it back
Severance.
and you like...
Yeah, I'm going to start my own Severance goddamn TV show where I literally forget any horrible... It's literally stand-up moment, which is 99% of them, and just so I never, and I only remember them when I walk back into this podcast room.
Oh, it's true. It's such a I don't even know how the hell I got in here because everyone thinks that I just miraculously got passed at the store, and I was like,
you
no.
You kind of did.
I did.
You kind of did.
But there was a time when I was doing the belly room shows, and it was like, I wanted, because mine was with Tammy Jo and you had Kathy.
Yeah.
So Tammy and Kathy were working together, and I guess I was with Tammy's crew. We were like the Sharks and the Jets of like you were like Buzz,
West Side Story.
Yeah, you were Buzz Coffee. I was El Cid. I was like
you were.
And then she brought me into the belly room, I think, and that's when because I had known Fortune and I had done improv together.
Yeah.
And then Fortune was like, "Oh, I'm going to do stand up," and I was like, "Well, I want to try that too."
Yeah.
And I just remember those weird nights of just like us being up there and being like, what are we doing? I remember when we had to actually sell tickets.
Oh my God.
And then, right? Wasn't that a bringer show now is totally different than what a bringer show was before, right? Because I remember it was physical tickets.
Yeah.
And you had
like barking outside.
Yes, exactly. And I remember like people checking in and being like, "How many tickets you sold, kid?" And I'm like, "Well,
they put
I sold 8. Well, if you sell 2 more, we'll give you an even 6 minutes." All right. I mean, God.
Well, not only that, because then you're like, at that time it was probably like MySpace. I don't even know how they got a hold of me. I don't even remember. I'm not kidding. Like, Because even if they're like, how many people are you bringing? And you know you're bringing like 2 people. I would be like 20. And they'd be like, great, we're going to put you on last with 4 minutes. I was like, and then, of course, for Bringer Show, they ask you at the gate, like, who are you here to see? And then they put a little prison tally next to your name
to see how many
whether you
people.
get invited back or not.
It's a whole nightmare rite of passage, I think. But yes, I agree. It was like, who are you here to see? What are you doing? Like, because I did the same thing when I got passed. I sold all my Bringer tickets. And then some. And it was originally, I was like number 16 out of 17.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I sold all these tickets and like people are here to see me. And that's when like Mitzi was here.
And
then Tammy was like, third. He's going third. And I was like, yes, thank you. And I had my little Mrs. Maisel moment.
Well, that's so you're like, people thought I magically got past you. You kind of did.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, okay, because Fortune and I were really close at that time. Like, because we performed up in Adam Barnhart's room.
Yes, I remember Adam. I saw him at the 50th.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you.
Okay. No,
he lives.
Adam, I love you. You're amazing.
Yeah.
So, no, and he did. He helped so many people. And Fortune and I had a job. There was, it was so bad, but I mean, there were literally at Adam's show, there was 3 people, usually, sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Fortune and I ran the music up in the belly room. Melanie Vesey, I think, took cash out of a cash box.
Out of a box, yes. Taken out of a drawer. Yes. I remember that with the flippity flips.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, do you need change with coins? I think there was actual coins in the drawer. Not a register, just the tray.
That they all took home, and we walked home with low self-esteem and no positive outlook in comedy. Like, it literally. And Fortune is an amazing writer, and I remember. And she would always talk about you. She loves you so much. And okay. Loved. I don't know how that's going. Okay, I'm not current on that affair. So
you've been gone a long
I've been gone a really long time. How far is this airing? Okay.
This will come out tonight.
How far is this reach?
Yeah,
okay.
No, you're totally fine.
So far I've bashed 2 people that were close to me. Okay, I'm just joking. They're both great. So, but anyway, so what happened was, we'll talk sidekicky. So, but I remember in Fortune and I were working so hard to get past, right? And Tommy was the fucking manager. Mm-hmm. And I've just, you know what, Justin, I could go on and on about my own mental health sabotage issues, which is ad infinitum. But I remember we did a show in the OR and we were both so nervous. And so and she wanted to get past so bad. I wanted to get past. And then we heard that you got passed from
I didn't know this.
Yeah. From the show.
Yeah.
And she fortunately was like, of course that's how Justin gets passed. Of course. He just wanted to be a regular at the Comedy Store, and he walks in, and of course he gets passed. Of course, you know what I mean?
Well, then this tracks.
It all tracks, right? I have no idea.
This is all making sense now. Okay.
Oh my God. There's a lot of this story. Yeah, I was in Taiwan for a long time.
Yeah.
It's not even a real place, but I just wanted to say that.
I mean, it's fine. Taiwan is a real place.
I said Taiwan.
Oh, okay.
To make it a little
more
a little off.
A little off.
Off the grid. Just Taiwan adjacent.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. I mean, it was a lot. I remember that night, people coming up to me like, who the fuck are you? Yeah. Where did you come from? And I was like, I don't know how to answer this question. Have you guys not paid attention to the belly room lineups? Yeah. Because I've been there. Yeah.
But can I say this though about you? You were always from the beginning, when you first started, you were always so good.
Aww.
From the very beginning.
Thank
you were always off the cuff. Even if you weren't, it seems like you were. You were very original, and I remember at that time you were a spark. I remember that from the very beginning.
Aww.
And in fact, I even had somebody come look at you. So I know, and you were already taken.
Who was I?
Nicole Garcia.
Oh,
okay.
Nicole.
So in that, there's a whole backstory there.
Yeah, I heard.
Oh, you have?
Well, I don't know what part.
Well, I'll tell you my sliver of the pie. Well, yeah, because Nicole was the casting director at Mad TV. Right? And I did some stuff with Bobby there. So I knew her from there. I auditioned for the damn thing. And that's when Angela Johnson became, she did the whole thing.
Angela Johnson was IYKYK.
Yeah.
And yes.
And so Nicole Garcia broke off from that and started managing. And so she called me and she's like, I want to work with you. She had like a roster of 2 people and she's like, I want to work with you. And I was like, okay, great. And at that time, again, let's open that book of self-sabotage and everything else, my mental health issues. We worked together for a while and then eventually didn't work because I was working like 16 jobs and she's like, you're not dedicated. I was like, excuse me. And so anyway, but in that time I was like, there's 2 people you have to see. It's Fortune and Justin. You have to see them. Like you want to work with them. And by that time she came to the Comedy Store, found Fortune, but you were already repped.
I was repped by somebody who said they repped me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was like, I can't rep you.
Yeah.
And then when I got rid of that person, I went over to her again, and she's like, sorry, you didn't take it when I offered it to you. And I was like, well, this sucks. So, whatever. I wish her well.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm like, sorry. Rather than have the conversation, like I love this business too because it's a lot of self-sabotage. You've mentioned that.
Ton.
It's a lot of that.
For me, I don't know about
well, no,
anybody
for
else's
everybody.
story.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I went into this just not knowing anything.
Yeah.
I didn't know who the fuck Mitzi was.
I loved you. I know.
I didn't know the process. I didn't know there was like door guys. I didn't know anything. I sat down after my set with my friends and Tammy Jo was like, get up. You just got passed at the store. And I was like, what a marvelous occasion. I had no idea what it meant. And she's like, get up. And I'm like, I don't want to be rude. I'm watching the talent, And then I got dragged away and Tommy was there and he's like, what has just happened to you has never happened before. Like, it was this weird Wizard of Oz moment.
Wizard Tommy, yeah. And then
with his nails and a fog machine behind him, just like, yeah, welcome.
And that thin hair wisping in the wind.
Yeah. And I had no idea how to bring, I think my first set, I was like, I had to bring up Argus and I was like, I didn't know who Argus was. And Argus got mad at me because I didn't know his credits.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was it took me like 10 years to finally figure out I like this person. Okay, this is a cool vibe with people. There was a lot of people who did not like me and there's a lot of people who still do not like me because it's like either I just rub them the wrong way or it's like I come off as threatening or or they're just like, oh, you're a gay guy, you shouldn't be here. And I'm just like, fuck off.
But I feel like that's what I mean. Like when I remember you got passed, it was so beautiful because at that time the Comedy Store was even dark. It was
dark.
It
was a dark place.
Time.
It really was. Like 2007 to like 2010 was like, whoa.
Yeah. And like 4 people total in the whole club.
Yeah,
in the audience.
whole club. Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember when you got passed, all of your spots were at like 1 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
And you had to, I think you drove a truck or you drove a truck. You drove something and you always parked really far away and then you like buzzed up there.
Oh, yeah. I had a car and then I didn't have a car for like 10 years. So I would walk everywhere.
Yeah.
So I was like really like paying my dues.
Yeah. I remember
and I got into the alcohol and the, not drugs, but just the scene of just like what it's like. It's like, oh, you're going to be here. You have an 11:15 spot. JK, you've been bumped to 1 a.m. So you're just hanging around and you're like, well, I guess I'll just drink myself stupid.
Yeah.
And try not to let that be my reputation. So, it's a learning process. Again, self-sabotage,
It's been years. I mean, but years. Like, you've been a regular here for a really long time.
I've been a regular here since 2009, yeah.
When did it, sink in that you're like, okay, I don't have to, it became a part of, it matured. Like, it didn't become
Oh, I mean, definitely after COVID.
Okay. Okay. What happened over COVID?
I had a lot of time to self-reflect and think and what are my priorities and what do I want to just, just come up here and no, I thought about like the aftermath of everything and where I want to be when all of this is over.
Yeah.
And where I want to be taken seriously. I felt for a long time I wasn't being taken seriously, and
as a comic, and
as a person here. Yeah.
Okay.
I just felt like it was just a lot of like, Justin, okay, we'll get him in here, and he's really funny. Oh, if somebody eats shit on stage, it'll be fine. We'll get Justin to go up and clean it up afterwards. So I was just kind of like, really? So, I mean, once everything kind of ended, it was like, okay, now I'm getting the main room spots, and like I'm going on the road and, you know, doing other gigs and stuff. By the way, Las Vegas, I'll be at the Mirage next Friday and Saturday with Jim Jeffries, the 12th and the 13th. So go to jimjeffries.com and get your tickets. But just stuff like that, you know, it's like, it was just stagnant. I was just kind of here. And then like the other clubs were either taking me seriously or not taking me seriously. And then I stopped putting in my avails because I was just like, this is a lost cause.
Yeah.
I mean, I just kind of was like, well, fuck this. I don't care.
Yeah.
And then over like the past couple months and years, it's been like, hey, you want to come do my show? And I'm like, oh, really? I almost unsubscribed from your newsletter. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm here to do that, and that's to entertain. And I'm glad you're back. It's so nice to see you killing it. I saw you in Montreal with Jessica Curson.
Yeah.
And I adore her.
Yeah, she's good. No, I mean, I don't know. I wish, you know, there's always those things of like, oh, you won't regret it. And like, I don't regret it. Like, I have a lot of regret, especially like in this particular
place.
Aren't
you glad you're in a basement right now at this particular place?
I love this room, actually. Last time I was here, I think I was with Doug Stanhope. He did a podcast down here. Do you remember that? It was like way pre-pandemic, and like Bingo was here. Okay, you weren't here. But anyway, yeah, he's amazing. But yeah, I don't know. I see people from that time. Mm-hmm. Right? I see Fortune. I even see yourself. I mean, it's very, for me, like the people that I was performing with at that time, like Eliza Schlesinger. I mean, all these people I've performed with, and unfortunately, we just had very different paths. Mm-hmm. Like even with the management of Nicole Garcia, it went. You know, I thought I was doing the right thing. I mean, I was younger at the time, but like, I was, I worked a lot of jobs to pay rent. Like I don't know, like sometimes I see people's path, and this is just comparing of what I see. I have no idea what's actually going on, but I'm just like, this is how it kind of goes in my head when I see my perception of other people's career launch. Because I see people, like, they perform here, like people that we know. They perform here, they get seen, they're passed, and then they're fucking headlining every theater in the country, and it's just like, that is not what happened for me. But it's not. Like, it hasn't ever been my, like, project. I had chances and I had opportunities.
But you're not done.
I'm not done. No, it's usually all in my head.
It's all in your head. You know why? You were just in Montreal. Guess who's never been to Montreal?
I know, but it's not like But Justin, it was on my own accord. Like, I went and performed at the goddamn Comedy Jam, and that's only because I love Josh. Well, I didn't sing it. Jessica Curson sang "It's Raining Men" with Josh. It's Raining Men.
Yes, I saw that.
Right?
Yeah.
And my contribution to that, I wasn't even going to go on stage. That's what's crazy about me. People are like, "Do you want to go on stage?" I'm like, "Absolutely not."
You'd be surprised how many people are not on the show that love to show up and do cameos on the goddamn Comedy Jam.
Yeah.
A lot of comics too will just be like, "I'm just here for the picture," and they had nothing to do with it whatsoever.
Yeah. But I feel but I don't know. I don't ever want to be the person. I don't ever want to be the person that invites themselves to the party and people at the party like, what the fuck are you doing here?
That's a good intuition to have.
I don't ever want to be that person where
who was not
like,
invited. Oh, hey.
Bless her heart.
Yeah. Oh, look, she has a new outfit.
Do you know? Like, I don't ever. So it's like, at that show, and I love Josh. I love him so much.
He's a great guy.
He's the best dude. Known him for years. When he was here, for a long time. But Jessica was like, you have, come on stage. Like, you just dance and shit. And I was like, I don't know the word. She's like, you don't have to sing. Just dance, just move and shit. Like I did, I was invited to do Tiger Belly's podcast, the live one, because Bobby Lee and I love him, okay.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And it's like what I'm asked to do, it's never to like perform, it's to move my body. Like
okay.
In a odd way. I am not kidding. I'm like, what is the fucking deal? Like Gilbert, I love you, Gilbert. But he was like, okay, so when you get up there, just be physical and shit. Like be weird and move and stuff, and like just let people just do that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said a few things, but it's like usually my contribution to any big show is just
to move your body
in a weird way.
Okay.
So
it's like a new form of burlesque. It's just like get up there, move. It doesn't even have to be seductive. Just
definitely don't make it seductive.
Yeah, it could be Dance Revolution without the actual machine. Just get
make
it there.
People go limp.
I mean, but that's fun. That's fun though. I like that.
Yeah.
What an opportunity. A lot of people don't get that opportunity.
I know, and that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's an amazing thing. Mm-hmm. But my head always goes to the dark side of like, you're losing in life, Sarah.
No, you're not.
I know I'm not. And you know what I mean? But I
think that's a natural thing. Again, self-sabotage.
Yeah.
Because what happens is, especially as like comedians, and I do it too, I feel like we're all kind of guilty of it. It's like we go on social media, we go on these platforms, and we're like, wait a minute, so-and-so's doing this, so-and-so's doing this. Why am I not here? Or why am I not doing this? And I feel like that's, and I had several comics when I got past tell me, hold on, I remember this. They said everybody's path is different.
Yes.
And that always like sunk in with me. It was like, okay, but sure, but I'm, why am I not doing this? And I should be doing this. And it's like, dude, because that's not your path. Your path is, it might take a while. It might not.
Yeah.
And I'd rather be grateful for like working hard and doing it and paying my dues rather than just like, oh, you're famous now.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Because those people just fizzle out and it's just kind of like, all right, it's like a flash in the pan. I want the longevity. I want the like what I like knowing how to treat people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I feel like is a very rare art form these days. I like to say thank you and be grateful. And, part of my shtick is that I come across as kind of like, a bitchy gay guy, whatever. But I'm like, that's not me. If you really know me, I'm not that.
Yeah.
But I also don't have time for bullshit.
Yeah.
And I don't have time to like carry people. It's like I've been carrying myself just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's where you are, because I'm looking at you now and I'm seeing you doing this, and you're over here and you're over here. Yeah. And even John was just like, do you know Sarah Hyland? I was like, oh my God, yes. He's like, have her on. I'm like, yes. So
we love Justin Martindale, don't we, John? We do. No, but it's a good point. You're and it's like, I have to constantly, because when I get alone, that's the problem.
That's the problem, for sure. And since we've been alone, well, you've been married.
I know, but
it's like your mind can wander. For sure.
And that's, I think, thank you for saying that, by the way.
What?
Just all of it, because it's always like it's like you have to hear it from others. Like of myself, I am a home. I should move into a tent and
I'm the same
live
way.
out my days in the way that I'm comfortable. And I'll get a dog.
Yeah, I jerked off to Nomadland.
We love
I'm just
that
kidding.
for you. Yeah.
Frances McDormand in a van? Oh.
Sorry, that was atrocious. And I apologize to anybody listening for that atrocity of a
screaming.
fucking vocal somewhat thing called a laughter. I am so sorry. It's actually just a bout of excitement that comes out in that.
Yes.
And it's nerve-wracking, and it causes anxiety in others. So
it's okay. We can mute it. We'll mute it.
Yeah. Bring it down 18 notches below. It's deck. But yeah, so that's all. Like I you know what? And the Doug Stanhope, speaking of, great friend of mine, and he was always a good friend to me. And he said, he always said, Sarah, like no matter what you do, like being famous is easy.
Easy.
He said, get good.
Yeah.
Like being good is hard. Being famous is easy.
Yeah.
You know, and I just always forget I'm always happiest and out of my head when I'm just doing the work. Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't even matter. Even if it's, like, I obviously love doing comedy, but, like, even if I don't feel funny, if I'm depressed or whatever, which is a lot, but I'll paint. Just, it doesn't matter. Just doing something in the work, and then it usually gets me like the monkey rings. It just gets me to the next ring until I do the next thing.
What did you say? The what?
The monkey ring.
Oh, okay.
You know, like when you're a kid and you just go to the next thing, and you kind of like swing.
Monkey bars.
Yeah. No, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. No, it's good. It totally because what you said made me want to talk about something very important.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Not monkey bars.
Monkeypox.
Monkeypox.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ugh, okay.
Because we are going to get into today's topics. I'm so glad you're here.
Thanks for having me.
My God, for sure, anytime.
I've always adored you so much.
Same.
You're so talented.
You're right.
And you know who else loves you?
Who?
Jen Rosenstein.
I know, which is so crazy.
Boy, and she does not like many people.
She's got an eye on her
met
too.
her?
Oh, she sends me files of pictures, and I'm like, I didn't ask for these, but thank you. Mm-hmm. She kills it. She actually took a really good one that happened so fast.
Yeah.
That I went back and was like, damn, I wish she would have gotten that. And I clicked the file, and it was I was doing that,
we love
of course.
That.
And I was like, oh my gosh, she got it. That's so funny. That set was not the best, but it was okay because we do what? We put in the work.
Yeah, we do. But that's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
She literally laughs at nobody. And
well, I'm glad that we're on these paths. I'm glad that we've stopped self-sabotaging ourselves because monkeypox will kill us all. Gavin Newsom declared that a state of emergency over monkeypox is happening. New York has done it. San Francisco has done it. Yep. Every town pretty much has done it. Now, monkeypox is a rare disease similar to, I'm sorry. I've completely botched this. I have to start by saying monkeypox. That's how I will only say it. It's a rare disease similar to smallpox, though usually milder. It is largely spread amongst men who have sex with men, as well as transgender, non-binary people. Through health officials warn that anyone can contract the virus through direct contact with infectious sores, scabs, or body fluids by touching clothing, bedding used by a person with the virus. So yes, everybody get vaccinated. 800 cases have been confirmed in California. I have not been vaccinated yet because I don't.
What's the word you're looking?
Say sleep around.
Yeah, you're super committed, right?
I'm very super committed. Yeah, okay, yes, I love my boyfriend. I'm meeting his parents this weekend.
We love that. Where's he from?
He's from Atlanta.
Oh, and you're from
Texas. I'm from North Korea. Yes.
You're from Northern Ireland.
I'm from
Belfast, is it?
It's right by Taiwan. Yeah, it's right by there.
Thank you for that callback.
No, but it's so funny because here's a weird monkeypox story. Because I feel like this kind of came out and we were like, oh yeah, whatever, monkeypox, schmonkeypox. Yeah. And what a year for the Chinese zodiac, because we had chickenpox, monkeypox. What's next? Oxpox?
Is it year of the ox next?
I will take a dragon pox. That sounds hot, but monkeypox. But I was at Gelson's the other day and I saw this guy in front of me and he was like,
monkeypoxed?
I don't know. I couldn't tell. He was like covered in sores.
STDs, yeah.
But it was like bloody. Like it looked like he had a whole bunch of. It almost looked like bacne meets like scabs.
Fisties.
And he was just standing there, like
letting him air out.
And I'm looking at Evan and I'm like, is that monkeypox? And he stopped and he was like, I don't know. Is it? And I'm like, Postmates. What are you doing? What are you doing? And now it's become a thing where all the hot gays have monkeypox. Yeah. And they're like, oh, God, look at me. I'm hideous. I'm an Arkansas 8, And they're I mean, it looks awful.
Yeah, I haven't seen it up close.
Oh, they leave scars. But here's the thing which will help is the vaccine. And once you get that vaccine, then you can take the official hard post Instagram picture.
Oh my God, we love your last Instagram post. I fucking die.
Have you seen it? First of all, they get the lunch lady.
It's so good.
They get the lunch lady fat in the back of your arm.
Yeah, the juggle. Yeah.
Not your butt or your leg.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
want to
yeah,
get it
yeah.
right there in your arm, and they inject you.
Yeah.
So then they put the Band-Aid, and all the gays are like,
It was the funny.
everyone's got their armpit hair showing, and they're like, I did it, guys. Look how fucking brave I am. And everyone's like, yes, Daddy King, yes.
Oh my God, it's on everybody's OnlyFans. Just
Yes.
monkeypox,
Oh
but
my
like from their
God.
abs up. Yeah.
I want to
God.
swing from those monkey bars.
It was the funniest thing I've ever. But did you know? I think it was just today that they found.
Polio in New York?
No,
That's true. What'd they find?
It was in a child. It was in an infant monkeypox. So they can't say that it's like only gay men. But it's.
Where have I seen this story before?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, the 80s. That's what it was. Something. It was like a.
No, I swear, if you look it up, John, can you look it? It just happened today.
They found monkeypox in a kid?
And a child.
But like, where was the kid? Is this like dark territory?
No, I don't think. Oh. No, I think it was like in Wisconsin. I made that up. It just sounded like the most vanilla place I could
Naming
think
states.
of. I think it was in South Dakota.
Oh. No, it's totally not dark. It happened in Florida. Oh, great. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Mississippi. Oh, okay, great. Perfect. Well, we'll keep, but everyone get vaccinated.
Yeah.
State of emergency, whatever. But like, here we are. And also just like, be safe.
Yeah.
God damn it. I love how we had 2 years of a pandemic and then everyone's like, whore it up, everyone. God. It's like, can we just have a day? Can we just have a day? I'm just looking up at the sky waiting for like Chinese space junk to fly and just hit us all.
Chinese space junk.
Chinese space junk. They're at Coachella this
My
year.
new band. You beat me to it, you fucker. I was
But
going to say
speaking
Lilith
of-
Fair because I came from a different perspective.
Oh, God. Which Lilith Fair 25th anniversary this year.
Who's performing? Alanis Morissette?
No one's
Sarah
performing.
McLachlan?
That's the problem. We need to reboot Lilith Fair.
Why did it stop?
Because I don't know. I don't know why it stopped. It did just stop. Because it just stopped.
Lesbians stopped
Sarah
paying for
McLachlan
tickets.
was like, I'm done. I know. That was such a...
They stopped coming out of their house, and that was
But maybe we can add this singer to the next lineup. This breaking news today after your monkeypox baby.
Yeah. I'm going to find that.
Baby pox.
I'm going to call in next week when you're out of town.
And check it out?
Yeah.
Demi Lovato,
Yeah.
or as I call her, Demi Gelato. I posted this story because it broke while I was on set, hence why I look dirty right now. I'm working on a secret project that will come out in October. I can't talk about it now, but once this comes around, you'll be like, oh my God, that's what he was working on. Okay. But this story broke while I was on set, and my inbox was flooded because Demi Gelato has changed her pronouns back to she, her. I know. She's back to using she, her after a year of coming out as non-binary and sharing her. God, that feels good.
Yeah.
Preference by going they, them. The sorry, not sorry, which is ironic because that's exactly what she did. Shared on the podcast Tuesday that she came to the decision because she is such a fluid person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
No, you're just an asshole.
Okay.
Further explaining why she previously adopted they, them, Lovato said her energy last year was balanced in my masculine and feminine energy when I was faced with the choice of walking into a bathroom and it said women and men. I didn't feel like there was a bathroom for me because I didn't feel necessarily like a woman. I didn't feel like a man. I just felt like a human. So she needs a bathroom that says human. For her to feel comfortable to walk in. Lovato said choosing to identify by they, them at one point for her was about feeling human at your core. She's been feeling more feminine, so she's adopted she, her again. But she's also said that nobody's perfect.
Didn't she also say something about that she was in, like there's alien something in there? Wasn't there like space?
Oh yeah, she had a show about like finding aliens
there was
and
something
identifying as an alien. Yeah, she also did heroin.
Okay.
Yeah. Black tar heroin. She died like 6 times. Yeah.
Oh, that's
they brought
right.
her back.
She's soaps.
Yeah.
She's super soaps, right?
Well, she's California sober now, which she's also said
Okay.
that was bad of her to say. California sober is when you don't drink, you just do weed. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So she is clearly not a role model for anyone except for babies with monkeypox. So
Who
she
wears
is
space
now.
helmets.
She's her. She's she her.
And a
then.
rocket.
She's she her now. However, I'm wondering if she still is welcome in a ice cream shop. Do you remember that?
No.
Do you remember when she tried to ruin those 2 lesbian owners? Oh, breaking news
here
for you.
in LA?
Yeah, you've been gone.
The yogurt shop?
The yogurt shop, the lesbian owned.
The one with the gas?
Yes.
Oh my God.
No, not the one on Santa Monica. I know which one you're talking
Okay,
about.
that's
No,
what-
this one
there's
was.
a
It's over
pump.
like on Pico or something. It's called like Tasty Freeze or something. Whatever.
Yeah.
But she,
Tasty
Big
Freeze.
Chill frozen yogurt.
Big Chill, what happened?
Well, this was like during the pandemic, and she went in to get
boy.
some frozen fucking yogurt, and she's like, I'm triggered because it tells me how much sugar's in here. There's harmful messaging regarding their sugar-free cookies and other dietary foods. And they were like, get out.
Yeah, okay.
And then she got on social media and was like, this is the that's why I called her Demi Gelato. And it stuck. And I had people bring ice cream scoops to my shows.
For Demi Gelato.
And it said hashtag Demi Gelato. So I don't know. I feel like I had a say in this.
Okay, but did she get really upset at the ice cream shop? Was it drug induced or just
Probably.
I mean,
I'm not trying to shit on like drug usage, but also like
no, only because she seems to push it to the extreme. I'm not.
Yes.
There's do whatever you want.
this is what I hate about social media.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm upset about something. I'm going to just show this to my followers.
Yeah.
You don't realize how toxic and vapid and
not good.
your followers are. And this was a female-owned business.
2 lesbians.
Yes. Or a mother-daughter. I don't know exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a Pornhub category. Yogurt working
Mother-daughter,
daughter.
but
Yeah.
Could
yeah.
be banging. Yeah. Or scissoring.
We need more culture in the gelato. Yeah. But they kept their business afloat, and she tried to shut them down. She tried to cancel this yogurt shop.
Ew. Did people go to the yogurt shop and like do what they do?
People went in to support
I
it,
can't stand
it's been around forever. Like, yeah.
Did you go to that? Did you go?
No, I don't support lesbian-owned yogurt shops.
The yeast
Big
infection
chill.
yogurt.
No thanks.
It's just been badge cheese.
I don't know. I feel very triggered when lesbians are scooping my froyo. No, I just didn't go. It was over like Pico. And
Well, I just didn't know if you did like,
I have a yogurt land
big
right
thing.
down the street from me.
Okay, calm down.
I'm
I
so
was
sorry
just
for
wondering if you were if you were just supporting the cause and finding out more information because of your career. Okay. Anyway, is there any more news or what else is happening?
I support
Ursula.
lesbian yogurt workers. All right? Is that what you want to hear?
I do actually.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hashtag
Okay, I'll
we
see
are
you
one.
guys later. Oh,
Oh, sad news. This is sad news.
Oh, no.
I know. Yes,
she died.
she died. Ursula is dead.
I know the voice of Ursula. There's been a lot of people. We just talked about this.
Pat Carroll.
Pat.
The voice of Ursula passes away at 95. This shook me to my core. First of all, I didn't know she was still alive. I thought I'm not like, yeah.
Is that Pat?
That's Pat.
Look at Pat. She
I know.
looks just like Ursula.
Yeah. Well, a little Ursula trivia for you.
Oh my God.
Ursula was designed after a very infamous drag queen. You know the answer to this?
No.
Uh-huh.
You know who I want to say, but I know it's not it. But
Who?
it came to my head.
Who?
It's not a drag queen though.
Who?
But on Hairspray, the person who played the mom.
Yes. Divine.
Am I right?
You're right. Yes. Ursula
guys?
was designed after John Waters' muse Divine in Hairspray and Pink Flamingos and a Baltimore
You
queen.
guys.
Yeah. And so Pat, she died. I mean, this was to me she was the best Disney villain next to Maleficent. She did the voice for Kingdom Hearts the game, The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse, Ursula in House of Mouse. She also voiced Nanny and Granny in My Neighbor Totoro and Old Lady Crowley in the first season of Tangled, the series, as Trini, also as Trini in a Goofy movie. I mean, to this day, one of my things is my favorite Ursula. It's like, my dear sweet child. Like, it's one of my favorite. Like, if I'm going to do drag, which I never will, but I would do Poor Unfortunate Souls. Because it's just... she's the best. She's a sea witch.
Yeah.
She's banished.
Yeah.
She put lipstick on with shrimp.
I know that.
She had her 2 gays.
There has to be some performer, drag performer, that
Tons.
does.
That
has like an actual.
All of them.
Shrimp stick.
Actual shrimp lipstick.
Yeah.
I'm sure. But I mean, every
Made of,
drag
like,
queen has
sequins.
done Ursula. Every big girl drag queen has done Ursula. And R.A.P. You know, God, it's just sad. I'm like, oh, but her legacy will live on. Look how, see, as a gay man, I'm just like, Ursula, you will be missed. Meanwhile, Demi Lovato, fuck your pronouns. Ursula didn't care.
That's old school, though.
I
Like,
know.
Ursula is old. You can't. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to, if you're rooted in some old school and then you hear about that, because that is unconcentrated.
Yeah, she's a gay
Deliciousness.
icon. Gay icon.
Divine, delicious. Like, the first Hairspray. You can't, do you know? Like, there's nothing. So, Demi Lovato, to me, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, every old gay is like, oh, God. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, how many, like, you know, it's just like, it's not interesting, I guess.
Yeah.
To me, I'm like, okay, well, move on because we're in a fucking war and stuff.
Yeah.
So can we talk about that, or do you want to? Okay. You wanna
Well, are you ready to get horny?
yes. Get. We have done gone.
Do you remember
Okay.
Prison Bay from a couple years ago?
Prison Bay.
Prison Bay.
Oh
He
my
was like that
God.
hot, like biracial, like
Who
prisoner.
became a supermodel.
Yes, and he was like, he had bright blue eyes. So you get it.
I know, I'm with it. I
Yeah.
just need the
I know,
jaunt
you
of
need the
like,
charge.
oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. No, I do.
So
Is that
now-
him?
No, this is the new one. This is
was like-
Hot Felon 2.0.
I'm done.
Wake County inmate's mugshot goes viral as offers to pay his bail roll in. I mean,
Can we, but I wish you had the first one because he was legitimately
you thought he was hot?
the first one,
was-
not him. I don't
was-
think
Oh,
you like that.
I mean,
That fatty. I think he looks like a basic white dude. Like I've seen him the whole time we've been in this
see,
room.
that's him. That's the first one.
Come on.
Okay, I know.
Come on.
I know.
Come
But he
on.
actually went and had a modeling career
I
after
know.
he got out. But then there's
Is he still modeling?
he's probably still doing runway. He's also probably running away from.
And stealing everybody's clothes and then selling them on eBay.
I mean, we obviously know who has the bigger D. First guy, right? But listen, this is Wake County. I don't even know where that is. Wake County inmate's mugshot goes viral as people on Twitter offered to pay his bail. He's the new hot felon, Radar has learned. His name is Brandon Lee Parton. Is it Parton? Yeah, Brandon Lee Parton. No
Okay.
relation to Dolly. Also 33?
He way older, I would say.
Oh, daddy.
Right? With the salt and pepper beard?
Oh, it's in Wake County. It's in North Carolina. So that lost me some points. So after seeing, people were saying on Twitter, after seeing this, let me go bail my man out. How deadly we talking? My number
my
on the
God.
Barnes number list.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick beside him.
Okay.
Others were quick to dive into his criminal past to see if he had prior run-ins with the law. So he had been accused of kidnapping and rape.
Oh.
But here's what I'm fascinated about. Is when we release these, like this guy. I remember I was like, oh yeah, he's hot. I love the
hot.
fascination of hot prison culture.
Okay.
Because it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, look, he's hot. Like, I'm obsessed with like, do you remember the guy? There was a Netflix documentary where he like killed his pregnant wife and then like drowned his 2 little girls in like the water tower. It was like somewhere in Colorado. Horrified.
I do know that.
But
yeah,
he was
yeah,
attractive and all these women kept like
Writing him. in
him.
prison. Yeah.
Because you're just like, what is going on? They're
Yeah.
like, I'm going to get you out.
They
I'm the
love
love
that.
of your life.
Oh, honey.
And I'm like, oh.
It's a whole sub underground of women who love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, there's a new, well, I love prison things. All
Are you
prison
like a
things.
forensics girl? I feel like
do.
women love like forensics and like, what are they called?
Like murder mysteries?
Not murder mystery, but the documentaries. Forensic Files? Small woodland creatures?
No, like sci-fi. Like
It's not sci-fi.
I don't know. Like documentaries, murder mysteries.
Yeah, murder mysteries, forensic files, missing persons.
Yeah. Well, because
Whodunits.
Well, I grew up on One Cops, one, and then Unsolved Mysteries.
Unsolved Mysteries.
Remember that was like a ghost story? They would just
sure.
show like a girl fully
yeah.
drenched and because she was drowned in a lake, but somebody saw her walking. I was like,
yes.
oh my God. And like literally dependent, they would put the number up on the screen on both America's Most Wanted. If you've seen this man, call this number. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like
it was the scariest show. I did a bit about it in my stand-up where it's like, police have no idea where they may be, but they have a feeling he may be under your bed. And it was just like that. You're like, oh my God, they could be anywhere. Even though this county is far away, he could have gotten here in the span of this episode.
Yeah. Well, there's a new show out, not Shawshank Redemption. That one's a little older, but there is a new one that is a oh boy, I can't think of the name of it, and that's so sad. But it's a new prison film, and the main star is hot.
The main star on the show is hot.
Is very attractive.
Is it a real show or a documentary?
It's a real show.
Oh. With
real actors, but it's based on a true story. Why can't I think it's based on a true? It's like on Netflix right now, but it's based on a true story of a guy that was convicted of tons of murders of these women.
Oh, is this the worst person in the world or whatever? The guy who did showed everyone's nudes or whatever?
No.
Oh, okay. That's another one I need to watch. I know. Everyone's just like, dude, have you seen the guy who like used nudes against people? I'm like, no, but I'm in. You had to get nude.
Yeah.
Okay, so
well, the other one.
Oh, here is it. Oh,
I could go on forever.
Okay, well, before we get to the next story, who did you think was hotter? You think the first prison bae?
100%.
I'm gonna go with the second one.
I generally don't love I don't love this is gonna sound bad,
white
white guys.
That's fine.
I generally don't.
I have a thing with like hot, steely gray eyes, and like I love a good like a chisel and like a white pepper, salt and pepper.
Okay, then he's your man.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just see him and I'm like, okay, like he could have been like my brother's friend.
Are there hot lesbian inmates? Like what's your type?
Sure,
like a buzzsaw, is her name, like her code name have to be like Hatchet or something?
Well, the only women's prison show was
Orange is the New Black.
But if you watch like real prison shows where they do documentaries of women, and because I love those too, I'll watch the juvenile one, the juvenile detention ones, the ones that are gonna go to big jail, and then I'll watch the real ones, and it's not the same.
They're not like, there's not like hot. You don't have prison bae girls.
I haven't seen that yet. It could, but I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Well, to all my lady inmates who are listening to this podcast, and you think you got what it takes, hit up Sarah and be like, bitch, I'll show you and shank you.
And shank me. Yeah. But send your headshot first because I just want to see if you have a tight two.
Preferably black or white or color on a circular coffee table at Buzz Coffee.
Yeah, and I'll see how many people you have in your life that you can bring this comedy show.
See if you're good
we'll see
enough.
how it goes.
But here's someone who needs to go to social media jail.
Yeah.
JoJo Siwa.
She's back.
Oh,
Why? Because it's another
yeah.
goddamn week. We can't get rid of her.
Oh, so I heard about this.
Last week, she went after Candace Cameron Bure and said that she was like the worst celebrity she's ever met.
The rudest.
On TikTok because she was doing a challenge. And she, you know what? You doing a challenge? You name names.
Yep.
So then Candace Cameron, being the adult she is, was like, no, let's have a conversation. Why? Because what you're doing is harmful.
Yeah.
Because now I'm getting all your little to come and like attack my character and leave me horrifying and terrible comments, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But then Candace Cameron Bure's daughter, Natasha, defends her mom and says there are bigger issues in the world and for JoJo Siwa to grow up.
That's what I'm saying.
Stand up for your mom.
All of it's silly though, because this was also Perez Hilton did a thing on this too. Because,
what, with JoJo Siwa and Candace Cameron?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
So okay.
No, we don't hate it. No, go on.
No. But was saying like about the challenge and that she thought she was rude because she was like walking out of a show and JoJo Siwa was at that time was like, "Can you sign my thing?" And like and Candace was like, "It working." You know what I mean?
Right. She was like, she was like 4 or 11 or something
very
like
small,
that.
yeah.
And she was like, I'm literally at my Fuller House taping.
Yeah.
And she's like, I want my picture. Can you sign my picture? She's like, okay, I'm sorry. I have like all these network
just
people.
a minute. Yeah. So
And so that was the meanest celebrity she's ever dealt with.
But I didn't know, like, did it really rip her?
Apparently.
Oh, boy. Which is because Candace is super Jesus.
Yeah, but I mean, that's okay. That doesn't mean...
Which is totally fine.
Yeah, but also it makes it look like, oh, you were being horrible to this child.
Yes.
She's like, oh,
I don't agree with it.
Because when I was a kid, you bullied me and this caused trauma.
Yeah.
But also, that's something you should have talked to your mom when you got home about.
Yeah.
Like, Mommy, why didn't she say hi to me? Honey, she was busy. Next time when we go, we'll make sure. Like, there's a way to go around it.
There's something broken there, though. Oh. There's a broken line of
Well, I mean, my God, she's 19 with a fucking bedazzled rainbow Bugatti.
Did you do something about JoJo Siwa lately about spazzing out like she looked like she's on cocaine? Or did I see that as a meme somewhere?
I probably said that on this podcast.
Yeah.
It wasn't cocaine. It was pixie sticks. Yes.
It was you, yes.
I would never say that a young child is on drugs.
Yeah.
I will say they are on a lot of candy.
I do remember that.
I don't know when to stop.
The word spazzing out is now problematic.
Did we say it?
We did. She just.
I did?
You did. See?
Spazzing out?
Yeah, you can't say it anymore.
Why? What does that
mean?
mean?
We will go into it. But
you know how many times I'm called a spaz?
Oh, well.
Is that bad? Is that getting deleted?
You need to cancel those people immediately.
Myself.
You need to find them because Beyonce's Renaissance.
There she is. Look at her.
Yeah. Beyonce's new album, Renaissance, part 1 of 9 or 3. Mm-hmm. I think it's 3.
3.
Just came out. It was okay.
Yeah.
I didn't like the first single. Don't break my soul. I thought it was okay. I do love some of the songs. She has a song called Summer Renaissance, which samples I Feel Loved by Donna Summer, which is fantastic. I love that.
Yeah.
And she also has a song called Virgo. I think it's called Virgo Groove, which is fun.
Because she's a
But it's okay.
Yeah.
Fun collaborations. Khalees went off, said she sampled Milkshake without her whatever.
Okay.
But this story just broke that she has to go back and get rid of the word spaz because this is what happened with Lizzo in her song Girls, because the spaz community,
which is me, I would,
said you can't say spaz anymore. Which brought me into this area, and I'm going to probably offend some people, but this is my podcast. Sorry.
Oh, no.
I listen to Sirius XM.
Yeah.
That's not why I'm apologizing.
Yeah.
But the do you remember Salt-N-PEPA? Push It? Or no, What a Man?
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a man, I get man.
Yeah. And then there was the part, and she's like, got me screaming like a retard. And she went, Arr! That is still in the song. Do you remember this,
Please? John? That is the funniest thing.
What about the unedited version of the of Let's Get It Started? It's called Let's Get Retarded.
Oh, Let's Get Retarded. That was the original song.
And she spells it out. RETARDED.
I mean, amazing. Do we go back and cancel the Black Eyed Peas before they start? Do we cancel the Black Eyed Peas? Do we go back in time and cancel the Black Eyed Peas before they create this multiverse of garbage? Did you know that DJ Khaled bought lottery tickets? For the lottery, it was $1.2 billion. I was like,
Are you serious?
I swear to fucking God, if DJ Khaled wins the lottery, I was livid. I was gonna go on
the start of World War III.
Yeah,
that's actually what started
it. On a jet ski and go down to Florida, wherever the fuck he is, hanging out with Pitbull.
Yeah.
And then open some portal and suck him in, and then close it. But I thought it was. But she has to go back. Yeah. She has to go back. People are angry that the music industry seemingly hasn't learned anything after Beyonce and Lizzo were called out for using the same ableist slur just weeks apart. Here's the thing. I'm gonna take a note from Candace Cameron Burr's daughter, Natasha.
There are bigger fish to
There
fry.
are bigger things in this world to worry about.
Oh boy. Is it because okay. I don't even know. I'm a little I had no idea that was happening.
Yeah. And it's so weird that you even use that word because I haven't heard that word in forever.
People always use that word to describe, like, that's how people, that is the description
Of
which
you?
is fine. I don't care. Like, I know that.
So now I have a spaz ally on the show.
I just started a new company. My
You're
new
a spaz ally.
yeah.
Thank God.
Hi,
And you know
everybody.
what?
I'm Sarah. I'm a spaz.
Lizzo and
Hi,
Beyonce
Sarah.
don't have spaz allies.
They don't.
Yeah. I'm glad I have a spaz ally. You're my favorite spaz ally.
You know what? Wait a minute. So what do they want you to say instead of spaz? And why is it a negative?
Maybe klutzy, maybe ditzy. Honestly, I feel like ditz comes from something that's probably.
You guys, I have the answer right here.
What is it?
The word spaz is a derogatory term for spastic diplegia, a form of cerebral palsy, which makes it difficult for people to control some muscles. It seems Queen Beyonce hurt her critics as she will be tweaking the line. I'm offended by the word tweaking. As someone who has dabbled in
And tweaker
the tweaking lifestyle,
Yeah.
I take high offense to that. But you know what? It's not gonna. You won't break my soul.
You won't break my soul.
But yes, so that's happening. But I want to get
Yeah.
to the real story
Okay.
of Beyonce. This headline alone is Beyonce's renaissance a sign of the apocalypse.
Why?
Yes, it is. I don't even need to hear the article. I'm here for it. I'm going to read this to you guys. She released her 7th studio album. If the hidden messages in the album's various promotional images are correct, the end days foretold and revelation will come.
No.
Beyonce. Yeah. If you put Beyonce
You
in
brought
that song,
back. Yeah.
it has to come back. Oh Fortuna, I think it's called.
Oh,
It's terrifying.
God.
So some folks believe, and social media has told us for years, that Beyonce is a member of the Illuminati. Now, the internet is adding an addendum. These days, Beyonce is not necessarily trying to run the world. She's just trying to tell us it's ending. It started with the horse imagery. The cover of Renaissance is a striking shot of a mostly nude,
Yeah.
bee-heeled
Heeled.
Beyonce on top
Yeah.
of a silver horse. The cover of this month's British Vogue is a striking shot of Beyonce riding a red one. Newsweek explains the rest. In July 2020, Beyonce sat atop a white horse in the Black is King movie, and in August 22, she posed with a black horse for Harper Bazaar. It's a simple enough equation. Beyonce, horses, 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, one riding a white, a red, a black, and one pale one. Persistence, war, famine, and death. When they show up, it means our earthly world is over.
Why are they putting all that pressure on her?
Why y'all doing that to Beyonce?
No, but why? That's a lot of pressure. Unless that is a publicist's dreams come true.
But
I mean,
can a girl just get on a horse anymore without being the harbinger of the apocalypse?
She made it a pattern, though.
She did make it a pattern.
And
But-
people love a good pattern. Yeah.
Here is a writer named Shodaya, who's analyzed Beyonce's career on the podcast Dissect, says that Beyonce's apocalypse era is a natural continuation of the Beyonce Illuminati era. She's so good at what she does. She has so much influence and power. Everything she does is so exquisite.
Great
or
word.
equine,
Yeah.
which just means horse. Most people don't understand how a person can get it right every time. In order to compensate for our own insecurities, we have to project. We say it's impossible. There has to be some kind of magic associated with it, with the Illuminati, but really it's because she works really hard. She's really serious about her craft. She takes her time and she surrounds herself with people that she trusts that are also very talented. Here's the thing. I get it. You're like, you know what? A new album, new horse.
Yeah.
New year, new me. New era, new horse.
Right.
Maybe in this next album, she'll have a horse of a different color, like in The Wizard of Oz, or a Pegasus. Maybe she just likes horses. She's from Houston, for God's sakes. She's from
She-Ra
Texas.
joins her. She-Ra joins her on this new album. Remember She-Ra?
She-Ra. You mean her horse Starlight?
Yeah.
Oh.
Was it Starlight?
Starlight.
And then became a Pegasus. Do you remember
Was
that?
it Starlight or was that no? That was Rainbow Bright's
That's
horse.
Rainbow Bright. I was like, I don't remember that.
What was She-Ra's horse name? It was She-Ra was so hot.
She was hot. He-Man was hot.
But She-Ra's
They were brother and sister. They weren't
Cousins.
to
They're
get cousins. That's
yeah.
what I said.
Yeah, but She-Ra's friends were all like hot and slutty.
No. Yeah, they all were midriffs and like seashells.
I know. Do you remember?
Ariel was one of her friends. Ursula.
I wish. No, but
She was their den mother. They were
was-
all strippers.
there was Arrow and Bo.
Yes.
Bo and Arrow were hot.
Yes.
And he had like the bowl cut, like the He-Man cut with the muscles. But you know what I was obsessed with in She-Ra was Catra. Do you remember
witch?
Catra? The one who put on the like panther mask and she turned into a panther. Oh, she was so fucking fierce, even at a young age.
You know these. And then switch over to Thundercats. Thunder, Thundercats.
Oh my God, I would get a boner for fucking Lion-O any day.
I know. And they did the big, like, it was like the big before Batman had his battle cry. It was Thundercats.
And Snarf, who was a spaz. There, I said it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Snarf, Snarf, Snarf. And we were like, what is he saying? We don't know. I don't think he's like fully formed into a Thundercat. He was caught in between. He's like,
Had three, a DuPont.
well, he was like a dragon cat bubblegum. It was just
Unchewed.
just Snarf, which means kill me in Thundera.
I thought you...
Is this not the best podcast you've ever done?
Thundera?
Thundera, yes.
You have no idea how much I love you. I'm sweating.
I know, I'm so hot.
profusely. But
Okay,
what
we're
I was
almost done.
gonna
We are
say
almost
before
done.
I got that, I get really red. I'm atrocious. I look like bubblegum.
No, you
But
don't.
chewed.
You look.
But
you look like Naomi Judd
chewed.
now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
the
this
judge.
this came out last night, and I was in bed,
Oh.
and I.
You know, I was gonna wear my Judd's t-shirt. Bless her heart. Oh,
Bless her heart.
R.I.P.
Where are you from originally?
Kentucky.
You are
Where
from
they're
Kentucky.
from.
Yes.
Ashley Judd goes
Went
to
to
all
your
the
school.
UYK. Not my school.
Oh,
no,
oh.
but she went to UYK.
I'm sorry. Did you hear the twang that just came out? Not my school. I'm sorry.
I did not say school.
Not my school.
You did, and it was horrifying.
Did you say it was horrible?
Horrifying.
Okay, good. Well, I'm on brand.
Yeah.
So.
So wait, were you going to say one of the Judds did what in your school?
Ashley Judd goes to all of the basketball games.
She goes to all the
But Winona.
Yeah, I know.
Bless her heart.
This story
And Naomi.
was devastating. I was so sad because not only, I think we talked about it in like a previous episode, like actually when this happened, they were supposed to be inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame, and she said no, bitch, and clocked out. What?
She wasn't doing well.
She was mentally ill. She had a lot of like bad depression. However,
They really struggled.
The reason-
I love the Judds.
we all love the Judds.
I do.
But did you see her at the Country Music Awards where she like had a beehive on, and I was like, go bitch.
I saw
and it was
photos.
purple.
I know. That's what I mean.
But the
Oh my
reason,
God, what a show.
What a show.
What a show.
The reason I brought this story to the table is the headline.
Mm-hmm.
The headline says Winona and Ashley Judd left out of Mom Naomi's will.
Is that true?
Yes. You know why?
Really? Oh, Winona.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And Winona said, why? No, why? The late country singer who died of suicide on April 30th instead appointed her husband of 33 years, Larry Strickland, as the executor of her estate, according to court documents. Naomi requested in the will that the musician have full authority and discretion over any property that is an asset to her estate, without the approval of any court or permission from any beneficiary of the estate. She also stated per the documents that Strickland would be entitled to receive reasonable compensation for his services and that he would be paid or reimbursed for all reasonable expenses, advances, and disbursements, including attorneys' and accountants' fees made or incurred in the will that was prepared November 20th, nearly 5 years before Naomi died. So Naomi suffered a lifelong battle with depression. She was of sound mind and disposing memory when she signed and approved the will. A senior account manager at the Tennessee law firm called SHOOP and another individual named Abigail Mulder signed as witnesses, vouching that Naomi was of sound mind and memory and understanding and not under any restraint or in any respect incompetent to make a last will and testament. So now... This is what I love. Southern drama.
Yes.
So Naomi gave everything to her partner or husband. Was it husband?
Her husband,
Yeah.
Larry Strickland.
And Winona and Ashley are like, no, ma'am.
Are they upset?
Yes.
They're fighting it?
They're fighting it.
It's a lot of land.
Don't you think it's time?
Don't you think it's time?
Don't you think it's time? So they are seriously going after... this saying, because I mean, it makes them look awful. First of all, this shouldn't have been released.
Yeah,
this is nobody's
it's a private
business.
Matter. Yeah.
But you know what? I'm glad we can talk about it on this podcast.
Yeah. I would watch that documentary.
I would too.
Watch that documentary.
The Judd's Love Can't Build a Bridge.
Love
Or
build this bridge.
But I mean, like, think about that. Like your partner, your daughter, after like having this massive music career. And she's like, nope. Like, I'm not leaving you shit. It's a lot.
I think there was a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot going on in that family.
Of course there is. I don't think you would, and I'm not trying to sound insensitive on the matter because I obviously grew up with country music and I love the Judds, but I honestly think there's something off about you're about to be inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame and you take your own life the day before. It's weird.
It's super weird.
It does not add up.
But she's been out of the limelight for a really long time.
But like 11 days before that, she was on the CMA Awards.
She was?
She's performing with Winona. Yeah, they were getting like a Lifetime Achievement Award or something.
Yeah.
Before the induction into this Hall of Fame.
Do you think she did it it was on purpose?
For sure. But I think there might have been either drugs or... I don't know. Abuse?
There's
it's dark.
So many of these dark deaths.
Mm-hmm.
Comedian. I mean, like many that you're like that. It does, none of it adds up.
No, it's too much. We had
actors.
Nichelle, who played Uhura in Star Trek, Ursula. We had all the mobsters who just died recently.
Yeah.
And then we have I'm ready for the robot apocalypse.
Okay.
However, I am a little nervous about the robot apocalypse because they are slowly turning on us.
The robots?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every day there's a new robot terrorizing somewhere. You'll see like a Roomba go rogue and suck up someone's
the Roomba or the thing
Shih Tzu. These little guys, the Roombas.
The thing with the wheels and they carry food.
I have a Roomba
by themselves.
I have a Roomba and it's the most annoying.
You have a Roomba?
I have a Roomba.
How do you have a Roomba?
Because after I got past her at the Comedy Store, Sarah, my life
Roomba.
fucking changed.
That's what's up.
I had money.
That's what's up.
And fortune and
That's
fame.
what's up.
Not fortune, famester, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, my life changed. But no, the Roomba, it goes around my apartment and then it'll just stop.
Oh, a Roomba's a vacuum.
What did you think it was?
That's what I was like. What?
What did you think a Roomba was? You thought it was a breed of dog?
No, it was those trailer trunks with wheels drive around the city that deliver food.
Oh no, those are just terrifying. Those are what I had with Evan Williams, who was my guest last week. Those are those little things.
Yes.
Yeah, those are fucking weird.
Roomba's the vacuum.
A Roomba's the vacuum cleaner.
Right,
but it is a start to the rise of the machines. Because they will slowly kill us all. No, the Roomba that I have will just go around my apartment and then just stop. And then it's like, please move Roomba to a better location. And I'm like, what? It's a rug.
Yeah.
And then I have to pick it up physically, then move it, and then it'll just hit the
over and over.
And I'm like, Spaz, get it together.
Yeah.
And then my Roomba decodes that word, sends it to Twitter, and then people come after me for calling my a Roomba a Spaz. So I'm gonna stop
forehead against them.
Yeah.
Me too, Roomba.
God.
Me too.
So this
too,
story
first.
came out of the beautiful, luscious town of Moscow. This chess playing
Luscious.
robot broke a young boy's finger during a match in Moscow. The incident happened after a 7-year-old hurried the artificial intelligence powered robot.
Yeah.
Okay. The president of the Moscow Chess Federation told the Russian state news agency TASS. Yeah. So this boy was playing chess against
saw
a
this.
robot.
And it broke his finger.
Yeah.
His finger.
The incident happened after the boy hurried.
Yeah, they did blame it on
Robot, you need to take turn.
yeah.
Robot,
Yeah, they
I'm
blamed it on
7
the
years
kid.
old. I have places to be.
Yeah.
I have to go get my sister Linka and tell her to stop controlling the wind
Yeah.
and conjuring Captain Planet. Okay? It was very like mobster Russian. I'll work on it.
Yeah. No, it was good, but I do remember the news blaming the young child because they were like, he moved too fast.
You do not hurry,
I
robot.
sounded like Count Dracula.
Yeah, it's very like, it's borderline Transylvanian. Very like, listen, you are 7. It's hard. You're 7 years old. You need to not hurry, robot.
And then I steal your chacos.
You want to
your
take
Count
turn?
Chacos.
You want to take turn? Give me. I take. And I break finger. So
Bad bitch. Yeah.
So he hurried this robot. The robot broke the child's finger, and it's bad. The video of the incident, which occurred at the Moscow Chess Open competition, went viral on social media after a post by the local outlet news. It shows the machine reaching for and grabbing one of the boy's chess pieces and quickly discarding it from the board. Before the robot's arm retracted, the boy attempted to make another move, cheating,
Without a finger? Okay.
pushing one of his rooks into the same place as the recently removed piece. The video shows the robot's mechanical claws descending towards the board, grabbing the boy's index finger instead of the chess piece. The video shows the robot holding the finger in place for at least 15 seconds before 2 bystanders were able to pry the claws open and release the boy. I'm on Team Robot.
Oh my God. Because he
can't
cheated.
cheat. Yes.
He cheat. It reminds me of the viral video that went famous. Like,
Which one?
The grape video. The grape lady who cheated.
Grape lady.
Fucking,
Oh my God.
if she is not a model for the rest of the fucking time we're on this planet, for every
God.
child who wants to cheat, I'm
Yeah.
like, really? I think it should be a part of the school curriculum. Like, you want to cheat? Every PE class.
Watch the
What?
Grape Lady.
What fucking happens?
If you don't know that video, I'm so glad because we still need justice for Grape Lady. Because if you do not know what Grape Lady is, it is a viral video from like 2008 or 9.
It was so old.
And it's this woman on the news.
Yes.
And she's in a barrel of grapes
Grapes.
a la I Love Lucy. And she's like trying to press wine with her bare feet.
But it was the news anchor. It's my favorite.
It's
There's
the best
two
video.
videos I have.
I have
that
an
are-
impression of it.
There's a news anchor.
Yeah. There's the remix.
Yeah, I want to do a remake.
Yeah.
To a dance
I need
video,
to know.
to a drag
Grape
show.
Lady, where is she now? Oh my God. If you did, if a drag queen
drag.
did the fucking Grape Lady, I'm going to pitch that to Delta Work. That would be amazing. So they're dressed up like
Yeah.
I Love Lucy and they're timed to see how much juice they can
Yeah.
press in a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And the news lady thinks she's going to be clever. She goes, stop. And when she says stop, the lady stops. But then she keeps going to get some extra juice in. And when she gets the extra juice in, she slips, falls off the platform, knocks the wind out of her.
I want this as a cell phone ring.
And
I need it.
And you just hear her go, oh. And she's like, oh, I can't breathe. Oh. And then it cuts back to the news team and they're like, ouch. I hope she's okay. That looked like it hurt. And the guy who did the remix,
Trying to not laugh though at the same time.
the guy who did the remix was like, oh.
They've done like an auto tune of it. I can't.
I love wherever the Grape Lady is. Thank you for inspiring a generation.
So
It's Grape
many.
Lady and Ursula.
I am telling you, that's all I need to fill the rest of my days in retirement.
well,
Like,
wait.
It's just the
There's one more. Okay.
Okay.
So this kid broke his finger. Good riddance. But here's the big news. Victoria Beckham, speaking of robots,
Yeah.
Victoria Beckham
Yeah.
is finally giving us everything and reuniting with the Spice Girls for a new TV show.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh.
Wait, are you happy about this?
Oh, no. Yes,
Okay.
I'm very happy about it.
She is finally reuniting with the Spice Girls for a new documentary celebrating their unprecedented rise to superstardom.
Oh.
She turned down the chance originally
She did.
to do a sold-out stadium tour of the UK in 2019, but will be teaming up with the girls for a new TV show. Her recent Unplugged rendition of a Spice Girls classic was just the beginning. The documents will be held by the same team who were behind Netflix's Emmy-winning Michael Jordan series, The Last Dance. The director and the whole concept of how that was shot and filmed is really, really good. So we'll be doing our own version with them, Mel B said during an appearance on Australian TV. During the documentary, the singers will be all be revealing new unheard takes from their heyday as the biggest band on the planet. Now, this is why I think she's doing this.
Okay.
Because there have been several members who have been on RuPaul's Drag Race, and I'm not, Mel C.
Yeah.
And Baby.
Yeah.
Who have said that Victoria did not sing her lines on the Spice World tour.
Threw some shade.
Well, they all had songs, and then Victoria just came out and just did a fucking fashion show, like 30 seconds and went away.
So funny, yeah.
So they have said that she didn't sing any of her songs. So this is her coming in and look. Sharing one story, Mel B said the rap in the Wannabe video I actually wrote on the toilet, that tracks, while the other girls were doing the vocals. My kids go, Mommy, your music's come full circle. And I'm thinking, oh, they're going to compliment me. Then I get told it's come full circle because now you're just vintage. Old but good. David Beckham shared a video of the pop queen singing Spice Girls classic Stop on karaoke, which obviously thrilled everyone with the pulse. Perhaps no one was more excited than her bandmate Mel C, though, who commented on the clip, nice to see you getting a head start on rehearsals, kiss emoji, cry, laugh emoji. They're about to celebrate 25 years of their box office hit, Spice World, and are currently among the favorites to land the coveted legend slot at Glastonbury 2023. So, yeah, I'm excited. Anything Spice Girls, I'm down for.
Oh, my God. Okay. No, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. It's going to be I don't know. It'll be good. It'll be slower. Well, did you see like when I think it was SALT-N-PEPA who came and did, it was years ago, they did like the Grammys.
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch that?
I did. And it was like that weird, was that with like, was TLC on that too? Didn't they do like a whole like girl brew?
Yeah, well, yeah, they did.
Where
Waterfall.
they did like, it was like Salt-N-PEPA and.
Yes, they were on the big stage and then they went to Salt-N-PEPA.
And TC.
Yes.
Yeah, because L. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
But yeah, I'm all about girl groups getting back together.
No, I love it. No, I think it's going to be it is going to be great. I think they're going to be up for like a lot of criticism, but I think it'll be like more just like when Friends came back. People are like,
but did it? It was so weird.
It didn't, but they did the remake and people were really about it and it was like a super buzzy thing and then they were railed for all of their Botox.
Do you have well, yeah.
I mean, it
makes sense.
They're older. I mean, what? What do you want from people?
Yeah.
Doing their best.
Do you have a favorite Spice Girl song? Were you a big Spice Girl fan?
If you want to be my lover. Yeah. Not a huge, but I did. Yeah, they were funny to me. They were always very funny. Mm-hmm. And of course, the relatable Sporty Spice, who was basically like Joe on The Facts of Life. Do you know what I mean? Like when you're like
Joe on The Facts of Life.
Do you know like Blair was like Baby.
Blair was Baby.
Yeah. Tootie was like.
Tootie was Scary. And then
Yes.
Natalie was Baby.
Yeah.
Wait, no, Natalie was Ginger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the funny, like, kind of ginger red.
Wow. Yeah, the Facts of Life
That's what
were
mean.
the Spice Girls.
Spice Girls, but just singing and from Europe.
Wow.
Yeah. That's so it's kind of like it always felt like it was like it's a performance. It's a show. So it was very funny to me.
I remember like Two Become One being on like the radio and like being in the car and being like, I need some love like I never needed love before. Wanna make love to you, baby. And then when Baby's like, put it on. Because tonight, I'm like, what's put it on? And my mom's like, the condom. Justin, just talking about putting a condom on. And when you have sex with women, you will understand that one day. And here we are.
Little did she know. Yeah.
But I mean, my favorite Spice Girl was definitely Ginger Spice. I loved Jerry Halliwell.
Okay.
Jerry was the shit for me.
I'm trying to think who was my favorite. It might have been Becca. I mean, because she was so.
Who, Paj?
She was.
She
ghost.
gave zero fucks.
She was literally see-through. I was like,
yeah.
I feel that goth somehow. Like I just feel her
Like, should
sadness.
I put on the little black Gucci dress?
Yeah.
Or should I put on the little black Gucci dress?
Yeah, I feel like she did. This is gonna like maybe not transfer, but like when you know how Britney, you know when like you do in your stand-up, and I love it because it's Britney. She does this.
And when she just posts, when all she does is that now.
Yeah. Yeah, just this. I feel like that's what Posh Spice did way before Britney had, you know.
I'm exhausted by Britney
twirls.
Spears' Instagram. It is officially.
A lot of people are.
It's so much, and I'm just like, when do we stop and say, let's stop saying yes, queen, and like serve, and it's too much.
Don't worry about the haters, girl. I'm like, how about there's just the voice of reason,
Just
mommy.
get off social media. We get it.
Take a breathe.
You got a cult dress from Target.
But I thought, but I think that's what, if she just did like a concert or like a thing where she like sang and did the thing. Like,
Well, she's supposed to collaborate with Elton John now. Because Dua Lipa did
Dua Lipa.
Cold Heart. Dua Lipa could get it.
Hot sauce.
damn it.
Did you see the latest in that outfit? Rolling Stone did the whole thing of like how hot, like it's crazy when Rolling Stone, who is the god of all music and performers,
Yeah.
is like sweating over Dua Lipa. They're
I
like,
think Dua
"Can
Lipa's so hot."
Oh, she's hot.
Sure, her voice. I saw her in
stupid.
concert, everything.
Yeah,
I saw her in
it's
concert.
crazy.
I think I said concert. I don't know because I was thinking about
Concert.
Dua Lipa. But she's doing what Elton and Dua did. I think
Yeah.
Britney, they're singing Tiny Dancer.
Okay.
But now I'm like,
Hold me closer, tiny dancer.
and I think she's
Yeah.
going to be shocked that it wasn't
Yeah.
Tony Danza the entire time.
I still do it.
It's not Tony Dancer.
Oh, Britney.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Sarah Hyland, this has been a magical journey.
I hope I wasn't too spazzy. I said it again.
You know what? As someone who identifies as spazzy,
And I did. Why can't I own it?
say your shit.
Why can't I say it?
You
If
can say
I'm
whatever
like,
you want.
I really prep. Some people hate me. And
That's
some
what I just feel like. Hey, you know what? If you're offended by it, then
You know what?
go talk to somebody. You don't need to get on Twitter and start dragging people for like, their lyrics.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I think people have their eyes on what everybody else is doing. Who gives a shit?
What have we
are
learned?
you doing?
We're gonna take the words from Natasha Burr
Yeah.
and say, you know what? There's bigger things to worry about
There
because you know what?
Yeah.
The children are the voice of reason.
That is what.
Yeah. If there's anything you've learned today,
The ones with monkeypox.
Yeah.
In Wisconsin.
and
Full
babies
circle.
are born. And baby, I'm gonna look up that story because that's
I'm
fucking
not
terrifying.
kidding. It just came out today because
Okay.
there was this whole thing of like, oh, you want to put it on like gay men, and this is like whatever. But
the
like,
stigma.
yes,
Yeah.
and it was this whole thing that this kid in Wisconsin, who has 3 arms.
Well, where can people find you to follow you and all that jazz?
I'm on Instagram. Just come over there. It's under Sarah Hyland Rosenstein.
Rosenstein. Yes, and tell your wife I said hello and I can't wait to see her.
will. She
And I
loves
love you.
so
This is like a
much.
full circle moment for me, and I love you.
I love you too.
And I just gave you monkeypox. So.
Yay!
Yay! And thanks again for listening to Just Saying with Justin Martindale. As always, make sure to like and subscribe, review. Check out the full videos on YouTube on Mondays, and stay safe and happy. I don't know. What else? Stay
Just okay. Just right in the middle. Just stay right in the middle.
right in the middle. We'll see you next time on Just Saying with Justin
I feel
Martindale.
like that was really cool.